Hi, I'm Brandy Williams, founder of Williams Accounting and Tax Services in McDonough, Georgia. We're a full-service accounting firm proudly serving clients nationwide, including military families and U.S. expats. With over 20 years of experience as an IRS-enrolled agent, we've got you covered from past tax returns to business services and strategic tax planning. Visit WilliamsActTax.com. Let's get connected and take your finances to the next level.
Hello, welcome back, you guys. This is probably one of the few lives I'll have on this channel. This channel will probably have more pre-recorded content than most. And I just want to step in here and let you know what we're doing for the next 90 days. Next 90 days is a financial freedom reset. We have some good free resources and some good links that we'll be sharing over the next 90 days. Why am I doing this? Why am I making this separate from my main channel that you guys usually see me on for the past 10 plus years on YouTube? A lot of times people ask me about the rule of 72. And again, if it's the 9% interest, in 8 years, that money will double. If it's at 12% interest, you got 6 years for that money doubles. If it's 14% interest, you got 5.5 years that money doubles. Why is that important? Many people are every 2 weeks, money's coming out of their paycheck going to 401k, and they're really not focused on what's actually happening, where is the money going, and how are they invested. The best thing I can do for you is show you how me and other YouTubers, people who used to work 9 to 5, people who have businesses are squirreling away money. And why do I say squirreling away? 9 times out of 10, I get on the phone with people. I do a lot of consult calls, and people are unaware where their money is. They don't have a clue where it's going. They don't know why they don't have savings. And a lot of times it's very anecdotal. People say, well, make sure you have a $2,000 savings account, emergency savings. And that's good information because $2,000 can save you if you have a car accident, a fender bender, an emergency issue with your vehicle or at your home or your AC unit, right? These are all things that can be very helpful with a $2,000 savings account or an investment account where you can pull this money from. I look at it too on a long-term basis of when I was working multiple jobs, and this is so many years ago, but when I was working multiple jobs, I was delivering pizza at night and I was working as a property manager during the day. I squirreled away so much money off into REITs and investment opportunities that by the time I had an emergency appendix surgery, I was able to sit at home for 60 days. I didn't work either job. There was some type of compensation at the management job, but not at the pizza delivery, of course, right? And so what ended up happening, I ended up telling people like, well, how are you sitting at home? One, my rent was really, really good, right? My rent was really stable. But secondly, I had saved all this money just on autopilot. And there's many ways you can do it. There's a lot of links we'll share and put out here for you guys to use. But I want you to understand, even if it's $10 a week, someone's going to say that's not a lot of money, Erica. You're building the habit of putting the money away. If it's $30 a week, if it's $50 a week, if it's $100 a week, we're just building the habit of putting the money away so that it's somewhere where we can access. Many people have started to want to buy into real estate, build new construction, buy a home, all these several things, right? And when push came to shove, they either didn't qualify for certain down payment assistance programs, they didn't qualify for certain things, but they were able to take a line of credit against their investment accounts, against their retirement accounts. You can simply do this as well with M1 Finance. Several other ones we'll list as we go through this journey over the next 90 days, where I literally took a line of credit from one of my accounts and bought a whole work vehicle. That's not necessarily what I want you to do with it, but it is giving you opportunity so that there is somewhere to pull reserves from. A lot of people get to payday lending and bad loans and high interest credit cards because they have no reserves. So some of the things we're going to work on the next 90 days, again, is the rule of 72. Number 2 is tracking. Number 3 is clarity. Number 4 is working on being scattered and disorganized. Listen, as a person who is ADHD and have had a wild life investing, growing, starting businesses, one of the things I knew without a doubt was there was $10 to $100, depending on which account, a week coming out of my bank account, going over to my M1 Finance and other accounts I had. I knew without a shadow of a doubt, I could look over there, even if I checked on it once a month, and there was money, it was growing, there was interest being made, and I had opportunities to change it, adjust it, rebalance, etc. Okay. Being disorganized is not an excuse for us not having any savings. And a lot of people on the internet right now are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. And let's just be honest, 50% of Americans, 55 to 65, have $0 saved for retirement. $0 saved for retirement. So me just telling you, let's start by saving $10 a week, at least gets you started, at least gets you ideally like feeling like, okay, I can do this. I can run this up. Right now, we can work on the other things on our other channel, talking about making more money, changing careers. But mostly, if you don't start this habit, you'll never have yourself become the bank. This is something we talked a lot about on our other channel about becoming the bank. How do you become the bank? You have to have reserves to pull from. Okay. And you need to be intentional with your money. Why do we have to be intentional? We are in wild times, depending on who you talk to, as far as food, vegetables, gas. These are all things you can make money from. Since 1971, we've been off the gold standard. And who wins in this economy like this? The people who have assets, the people who have investments. It's not always going to be rental properties, because yes, there are some people buying single family homes and they're only getting $200 a month, profit from that. That's not what it's for, right? Most people who are getting rental properties are offsetting taxes. These are high earning individuals. Unless it's a multifamily, a duplex or triplex, or a 6-unit, you're not going to get these massive returns from rental properties unless you're on a 10-year track of investing. If you don't see your worth, other people cannot see the worth. You'll keep choosing to hang out with people who don't see your worth. If you don't start trying to reset your mind to talk about the economy, not from a perspective of like, woe is me, I'm being affected by gas. Hey, flip that. What companies can I invest in as gas prices are going up that will give me returns? How can I get into a position to get returns from this? Every time something happens in the economy, you should not be at a victim's level of like, woe is me. You should say, oh my God, my account has gone up by X amount of percent, X amount of numbers, right? There's a lot of accounts we're going to show over the next 90 days that give you breakdowns and analysis of what you're investing in. I don't want you to run around looking for hot stock tips. That's not what I want. I want you daily being able to read the news and read information and determine, okay, what is something I can sit my money over there and it can sit long-term. I can sit my money over in that investment and it doesn't distract from the long-term goal. Okay. Now on our other channel, we're going to talk about making money on those other channels. We're going to talk about how to increase your income and all that. But here, we're just going to keep it simple so that people can understand, how are you able to put money away? Don't they tell you to keep reinvesting back into your business multiple times? Yes, they do. But there's ways to do it that make sense. So welcome back to the Just Stock Profits channel. We will have some guests that come on over the next 90 days. But really, it's talking about financial reset, getting you guys with your head in the game and being able to manage, get with some clarity. Where do you want to go in this economy over the next couple of years? Because the sky is the limit if you so choose. It's a lot of mindset, but it's a lot of simple tasks on repeat. I know you have a lot on your plate. I know you're thinking about a lot. And you're like, Erica, one more thing. This is why we want it on autopilot. We want to set it and forget it, and we want it off to the side. So I look forward to putting some videos here for you guys. A lot of them will be pre-recorded, but we will be going over many things. I will also have an ebook available for you guys to buy. And I'm telling you, most of the steps in the ebook are great for you to take action. This is your girl, Erica Williams at Just Stop Profits. You guys have a great afternoon.
Hi, I'm Brandy Williams, founder of Williams Accounting and Tax Services in McDonough, Georgia. We're a full-service accounting firm proudly serving clients nationwide, including military families and U.S. expats. With over 20 years of experience as an IRS-enrolled agent, we've got you covered from past tax returns to business services and strategic tax planning. Visit WilliamsActTax.com. Let's get connected and take your finances to the next level.